All right, welcome everyone to the OCR Report's coverage of the Spartan Canadian National Series. My name is Tyler Mosesh, and I'm here with Miles Keller, who appears to have a fresh haircut. Miles, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, man? Thank you for noticing. Thank you for noticing. Yeah, that look good for the camera. Yeah, I'm excited
Yeah,
for this,
man.
man. First, best two out of three, right? The last season was really exciting. It'll be interesting to see how things are, how they switched up this year and who shows up for the national series in Canada because Canada has kind of historically put out some amazing OCR athletes, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, we have Atkins and Lindsey Webster. I mean, Jesse Bruce. I mean, and there's a whole slew of other newcomers. Austin Azar. Dipping his toes in high rocks and WTM and things like that too. So, looking forward to seeing who we've got here on the docket, and also a completely clean slate because this is race number one. So I'm very excited that it's really anyone's game.
Yeah, I was reviewing the series from last year, and I'm not sure if a lot of the people from last year end up showing up, but there were some really cool battles, especially in the women's field last year. I'm really interested to see, especially if any of the women show up from last year this year. I remember last year, Mikhail Jarelo is, I know him as he's a friend of mine. I know him as something else. But Mikhail is always up in the mix and always a contender for first place. Obviously, like you mentioned, Austin Azar and Sam Herbert. Right? No, what's
I
Sam's
think I think
last
you got
name?
A Bear. He's got about seven syllables that are
Amen. That's right.
silent.
I mispronounced it. Oh, I deserve it if he open hand slaps me next time I see him. So sorry for messing up your last name.
Yeah,
But
but
these are
speaking
these
of
are epic OCR athletes.
yeah, I mean, but speaking of Mick, right? Mick did really well in the first race last year. Ended up winning that race, but then ended up sustaining a foot injury, I believe, during the race or maybe shortly thereafter, and couldn't compete in the series the rest of the way. Um, you know, and then other athletes shine, such as Brandon Neely, who has gone on to do really good things in world level championships. I believe he was 12th in Abu Dhabi. And then on the women's side, we actually had a spoiler, an American athlete, Lisa Musacchio, was the one to take the crown in the Canadian series. So I'm curious to see if she's going to come back to repeat, or if we're going to get a true Canadian as the champion this year.
Well, I kind of like how they've organized it this year. It's all sprints, and it's the best two out of three. That seems very accessible. I feel like
Yeah. So
sometimes in
here,
other national series where, say, there's five races, hey man, no one's making a living out of this, so it's hard to show up at all those races when you have family obligations, work, general life problems. It's hard to make that work and fly out to that many different locations. But as you see there on the screen, you can make the best two out of the three of these. Seems very doable, and then that leads up, and of course, into the Pan American Championships. So,
yeah, I mean, hey, you can get this. You can get this whole thing done in 14 days time. If you really want to just hit Red Deer in Ottawa, right? So definitely a
yeah,
doable one, especially if you're sandwiched in the middle of two locations and two of them are drivable. Even better. And again, they're sprints, so they're not going to take as much on the body as like a beast would, right? I think that was the biggest complaint of the whole Spartan series is that sometimes we'd see a lot of beasts distance races, and they would just destroy your body for 2.5, 3+ hours. And this is not the case, right? I think
yeah,
today we're
it just
probably expecting
taps
a
into
very quick race.
yeah, it just taps into different energy pathways, right? Like it's such a huge difference in the kind of athlete it takes to do well in a sprint and a beast. And I feel like even the guys that do well in the beast can do well in a sprint. So not only is it more accessible to the athletes, we've been noticing a lot of kind of the formats in these races where it's more spectator friendly. And obviously, a shorter course lends itself to that. So I'm sure at some point there's a business strategy or a business reason that Spartan is implementing this style, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map here. Again, this is the Canadian series, so Canada doesn't have maybe slightly different obstacles than you might see if you are a U.S. Spartan-based athlete. But just another reminder here. So the red is what we're looking at today. The blue was the Super Course, which is not a series race, but definitely still a very competitive race out there. But let's kind of zoom in on these obstacles here if we can. Sweet. All right. Yeah. So it's gonna be a looks like a downhill start, Miles, which is really exciting. Right. These guys are gonna come out flying hot. Um, and then yeah, as you can expect, just a couple of walls and crawls, nothing failable for the
Yep.
first little while here.
Yep. And then of course it's also a sprint, so it should be just just as the name implies, right? Fast from the get go. It should be sprinting. So how much more so to start it off at a decline like that? It'll be cool. By the way, something interesting. I said the difference in the super and the sprint is that I believe that Austin Azar showed up on Saturday and got first place in the super. So it will be interesting to see if he shows up for the sprint today.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I know he's native to the area, so I'm curious if we'll see him out in the start line.
Oh, okay. Yep. So we see the nothing out of crazy coming out of here. So we got the Atlas carry is I've seen it at the beginning of races, not too crazy, but we got good old monkey bars. I'm not sure what the conditions are like that day. Obviously, it's usually gets a little the dew point hits early in the morning, and so that
Yeah,
tends to make the monkey
it's always
bars
a
could
risk,
be
right?
yeah,
Yep,
it
always
could
a,
be challenging.
especially
We'll see, but none of this
especially
looks crazy.
yeah, especially in a sprint race, right? Because people are trying to shave every second, and this is where you can see mistakes, even on the elite end, even on an obstacle as simple as monkey bars.
Yeah, and there's one point of note is that there's a big staircase right before all this that we'll see before this section of obstacles that hopefully
Yeah,
we'll be
you
getting
see,
video for.
yeah, actually, what I think we're looking at here is that max slope at 25.9% incline. So even though this is meant to be a fast flat race, we might have that little section of that is quite unrunnable even for our top athletes. So that'll be exciting to see them work that section for sure.
We'll see some power
Uh,
hiking.
Yep, absolutely. So then we get to after those monkey bars, we get to a little wall, and then the bucket carry, which of course can always be exciting to mix up, especially athletes such as Azar, who's a bigger guy and got the strength behind him from High Rocks. And then of course we have a looks like it's just a confusing gauntlet, but it looks like a maze over here. But just follow the numbers and the arrows to help guide you. Obstacle 10 is the spear throw, which again, if you're new to 2025, this is burpees, where everything else that's failable is going to be a penalty loop. So could definitely see a lot of shakeups there, especially if it's wet and muddy, right? Harder to get footing. The spears could be wet. There could be a whole lot of mess, literally going on over there. Followed right up by the rope climb. So if people are, laying in the mud doing the burpees or whatever it might be, they might see a wet rope and could also have some issues.
This looks a lot like last year, actually. What's interesting, I think, about this course, and
I think Miles froze on us here, so I might just cover the might just cover the lag here while he's getting back there. But I'll just kind of go on to say that after the rope climb, we've got rolling mud and then into dunk wall, slip wall. So we're muddy, and then we're still continuing to get wet up right through that vertical cargo, and then into the some of the next set of obstacles. That next set being Z-Wall, and even though that's obstacle 16, it's very soonly followed by obstacle 23 being our sandbag carry. So again, we're going to be pretty tired at this point. So looking forward to seeing who prevails on that here. And it looks like we got another pretty steep incline as well. If you're looking at the map where the section is highlighted here, but it's going to finish up with the Hercules hoist, then the multi rig, which is likely our most tricky obstacle as far as technicality goes, minus spear throw, I'd say. And then into the stairway Sparta into the finish. So I'll be really looking forward to seeing if there's some big races down that stairway and into the final finish line. And so I think so the athletes are getting ready to go here. And again, I'm going to be
this,
riding solo here until Miles gets back up. Here we are. Miles, are you
yep,
back with us?
sorry, lost you there. Yes, sir.
All good. Yep. So we just finished up going over the map here, and now it looks like we're getting ready to start. I'll have to mention again all those guys with the cameras, with the phones with the gimbals, including our producer Jason over there, is they're running with these athletes, providing this coverage, running on foot. I will add, so they are working real hard, talented athletes in their own right, just to give you this coverage. So looking forward to
Who do
it.
we
But
spot there, Tyler? It
well,
looks like
Miles,
I see Brendan Neely right off the bat.
yeah, which I was actually just gonna say here, Miles. Disappointing number of athletes, right?
Yeah,
If I'm being honest, by looks, I don't notice exactly anyone right now. I mean, again, it's always hard to tell. I feel like the Canadians oftentimes they're wearing a lot of the same stuff. You see four shirtless dudes in black, but then behind her, behind them warming up and getting some jumps and high knees in is Beatrice Moichin. I believe she's from Montreal. She's come down to a couple of Northeast races, and I've actually had some run-ins with her myself on course. Usually, she's one of the lead women that I'm trying not to get passed by on my own right.
right.
So she's very. So I've gotten the chance to run with her in some of the Northeast races, and she's quick, very very quick. So this
Yeah,
may suit
I
her
love seeing
well.
Brendan Neely there because it's just like you were mentioning, it's usually just white guys with a shirt off, and it's hard to tell who's who from further away. But
Yeah,
Brendan
it looks
Neely
like we
can't
got
miss those tattoos, right?
yeah, it looks like we got no Brendan Neely actually. However, you were mentioning the tattoo guy. We don't have a name on this man yet, but
Oh, that's not him. Okay.
no Brendan Neely. So a favorite who thinks it's Jordan. So
Oh,
all
Tyler
right, got him.
Jordan. Okay,
Yep.
that's Tyler
So
Jordan. I
getting words that
apologize.
he's got
Camera's a little further away.
I'll remember that now because he's got my namesake. But the guy with the impressive artwork on his chest there is Tyler Jordan. Again, we're gonna get familiar with these athletes. All right, we're hearing the woman with her hands on her knees right now is Nicole.
Yeah, she made the series on the leaderboard last year. We have our producer Jason Dupree there in the background, kind of giving us some of the names for some of the people a little
Jason was
further
on
away for
site.
us to see.
Jason was on site this weekend, so he's got the names down here. I believe in the black next to the man in the grayish tank top, I believe that's Ethan Popst. I think he's rather young. I think he's potentially in his teens still. But from what I remember from him, he's very, very quick as well. Likely a cross country background, either in high school or college, wherever he currently is at in his academic journey. So looking forward to seeing him run. It also looks like we're going to
Yeah, you're
start
right.
the men and the women at the same time due to the small field here.
But once again, like we were mentioning earlier, it's the best 2 out of 3 in these 3 races. You very well might have a lot of people focusing on the series that they're just deciding to skip this first race.
Keep in
Now,
mind
I don't
too
know if
that
this is the same. No, I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say.
I don't know
No,
if
I
this
was
is
just
the
gonna.
same that's going on in Canada right now, but the school is starting for a lot of Americans over here. I wonder if it's that same case in Canada. And so people are really busy getting their kids back to school and getting ready. College, like you were mentioning earlier, some of these guys are probably college students. Semester starting back up, so that could be maybe one of the reasons so many people are not at this race.
Absolutely, and also think about geographically as well. Red Deer is on the western side of Canada in Alberta. So whereas
Yeah, a little
Ottawa
more
and
rural.
Blue Mountain are both in the same province in Ontario. So if you are going to go 2 of 3, you may just be looking at going to those two. And they're also a bit closer to the majority of the United States. If you were to be an American, travel up for these races. So we'll have to. Only time will tell, but we can only call the race that we've got in front of us here. So looking forward to again learning some of these athletes and seeing them race. I also believe too we had age group series as well. I know the races are slightly different. I believe there was already one in Mont Tremblant, that's in Quebec. However, I believe this is also an age group series race. I'm not sure if it was The super I'm hearing. Super I'm hearing was the age group race, so that attracted probably a lot of age groupers. And if the age groupers are doubling, they're probably going to double again in age group and not necessarily do the age group series and then elite series. They're probably going to only stay
Yeah,
focused
the
on.
Montre Block was beautiful.
That's a beautiful venue.
Absolutely
I want to get
beautiful.
there. It's not far from where I live in
Yeah,
the
I've loved it.
northeast in Connecticut. So
I'm coming to fly
all
in
right,
to drive in with you then. You and me going to the race together.
all right, and then we'll commentate on site. So
Yeah, yeah, even better. After we
I'm
race.
yeah, right. I'm sure we'll talk about future plans. I'm really excited to commentate live in West Virginia at the Trifecta Championships. So that's gonna
Oh,
be,
that'd be cool.
yep, it's gonna be a good time.
I
Cool.
know with this
All
few
right.
people, Tyler. Maybe you and me do what the Italians did, and through the American National Series, and we show up in the Canadian National Series and try and podium for the Canadian National Series, right?
Can, can Jason hook us up with microphones and we can also run and commentate? Yeah. No. But look at this is something rare you'll see in Spartan races outside of like stadium races. Some flat running on road, right? Right from the start. But it looks like they're moving. Like you see the guy in third place right now with those tats on his back. You can tell he's definitely already pushing VO2 max.
Yeah, they are hauling butt there. And once again, you said
But like,
earlier, this does kind of look like it's a slight downhill, correct?
oh, absolutely, yeah, it's a slight downhill. You can hear even if you listen. If we stop talking for a second, you can hear the clapping of the shoes for sure. Yes, but you can tell who might be our front runners by who looks more comfortable than others. And there's Beatrice, who's in about seventh overall right now, just including men. And you already can't even see another woman behind her. She's that quick. I definitely wasn't making that up. So when I get passed by her in a northeast race, I don't feel so bad. Now we're approaching our first obstacle, just 4-foot walls. So you know, you yeah, you can see the difference here too. Some will put their foot on top. Some will vault right over, depending on their skill level with obstacles or their confidence here.
Yeah. All these initial obstacles are kind of the normal staples at the beginning of a race you would expect to see in most every race. So nothing out of the norm here. I'm more interested in that huge gauntlet of obstacles later on there. That just like you mentioned earlier, I'd never seen so many obstacles grouped together in one spot.
That, and I'm also excited to see the see that big climb that we were talking about earlier as well. So here we got
Yeah, so
some
we haven't
more
seen her
women
popping in here.
chasing Beatrice. So I'm curious to see who they are, and but looks like they're running side by side right now. So that could bode well. All I really want when I'm watching these races, right, is I want some good battles.
I
All
believe that's
right.
Stephanie
So
Mauser and Elise Ouet. I think
oh,
some of the
they
other
slept
ladies
out of
to watch
yep.
are going to be
Yep.
Beatrice McCoy, like you're saying, and then of course Sylvia Gacklesmith. Those are going to
Yes.
be, I think, the
Yep.
top women to watch.
Hmm. Yep. Absolutely.
And those ladies are moving. Look, they're fixing to catch the guys, and it's at the beginning of this race.
I think some of the women also just find that fun, right? Even though they want to win the series race against their own competition, they're definitely
Oh, for sure.
yeah, they're playing cat. They're they're the predators, and they want to be as far up in the men's field as they possibly can be. So I'm sure they take it's like almost like a side quest in a video game.
Exactly. Yeah, they're collecting souls, is what they're doing. Picking these guys off one at a time. You and me have been there plenty of times. I know the feeling.
Yep. All right, so we've got some of the top men finishing the Atlas carry as well as Beatrice. Um, yeah. Interesting shirt Beatrice is wearing. It looks like one long sleeve and one short sleeve. And reminder, it is August, so you know,
Oh, we're
so
hearing that she
so
has
yeah,
an injury in her elbow, and she's still competing. Man, she's absolutely killing it. You couldn't tell that she has an injury. She looks
yeah,
great.
and you'll notice here that we also we got a big shift there in Elise and I think it was Stephanie, where Stephanie actually had a hard time picking up that first ball and moved over one row. So those balls are probably the Alice carries, I should say, are probably pretty wet. Or they could be muddy as well from again because they're also this is also Sunday. This race is coming to you from, so all day Saturday they were out. They were getting buried back in the how every time you race on Sunday there'll be a giant crater in the ground from all the thousands of racers
Oh, for
throwing them
sure.
down into the ground. So
Yep.
making it a little bit more difficult to pick up on day two for sure. But looks like here we're gonna get a good shot of Elise. Really cranking because who knows if she knows that Stephanie struggled on that Atlas carry, but she's going to try to make the most of it here with this single track, but rather smooth section of trail.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention. It's a lot of single track, actually. I don't even see a spot where you could pass if you wanted to pass. This is quite a
Yeah,
large section of single track.
yeah, you'd have to stay on your left for sure. But I mean, I'm being honest. Unless I'm really moving slow, I'm not giving someone an on your left if I'm racing in an elite race, especially a series race. You're gonna have to
Yeah,
find
for
another way
sure.
around me. As long as I'm not getting,
Yeah.
purposely getting in your way, you gotta, figure something else
Well,
out.
last
You
year
gotta
I got
run
Yeah,
through
yeah.
the
There's
bushes
a
if
there's
either,
a level there.
only three of us showed up to
Yeah,
Kelowna.
exactly.
So I actually landed third. So I was like, I got a free race. I was like, whatever. I literally just finished the race. It was brutal.
I like the fitness of our rabbit. This guy is so fast. He's having a cordial conversation while he's chasing the rabbit. There, he's gonna stop and
Yeah,
I like it. I think it should be.
he's gonna stop and wait for looks like wait for Stephanie to come through. So get some more shots of Stephanie. So here she goes.
I like her
So
running
yeah, I
form.
mean,
It's
and
interesting. It's a little different from many others.
looks like the footing's not too bad, but it looks like it could be a little bit slick for sure as well. But definitely nothing goopy or
Yeah,
anything
you
like
could
that we
tell
got to
these
worry
are
about.
used, worn trails that are pretty well worn in.
I'm
See,
sure it was different for yesterday's.
I'm not as big of a fan when Spartan just puts you see just the pieces of tape here and there. I really like it when it's a long linear path of tape, so there is no confusion whatsoever. Here's those long
Yeah,
stairs that we talked about earlier.
yeah. Definitely takes a lot more to mark that course when it's longer like that. But yep, so here are the stairs. Yeah, when we were hearing there were actual stairs, they weren't kidding. They were literally stairs, and this is our 25% slope here, given vibes of the Manitou Incline over in Colorado.
Yeah,
But it
really.
looks like this athlete here is finished with those stairs. Not too sure where he's at in the men's field, but it looks like he was moving pretty quick. All right, hearing that was Ethan Pops. I believe I'm saying that right. All right, so we got Ethan, and then followed
Yeah,
up by this guy here, who's wearing his headband upside down. But that happens. I forgot to check the mirror.
pay for it if it was a beast and you do the memory check. Remember that? You
Oh
gotta use
yeah,
your
right.
number.
Yeah, right. He would
So
get the
some
numbers
of these
mixed up.
names we're looking for in the men's field is Ethan, like you mentioned, Ethan Paus, William
And I
Leroy,
think he's in
Tyler
first because
Jordan.
we just saw a slew of men go by and behind Ethan. So I want to imagine Ethan's currently sitting in first place here.
Now I understand Mike Yurko is there, but it's not the gentleman with the tattoos, right? Is not Mike Yurko because
So
he
I think we got
competed.
Tyler.
Remember last season.
Yeah, so I think we got Tyler Jordan, who has the tattoos on his chest, but then we've got Mike Yurko, which I'm thinking might be the guy with the tattoos on his back. There's two different guys who are
Okay.
pretty tatted up. So that's what I'm thinking. The difference here. So here's again another shot of Ethan. Drying off his hands for the monkey bars now. See how he handles this. He's definitely
Those
being
bars look
careful.
awfully closer together than normal, right?
I feel like the distance has been varying lately in the last season or two. You'll notice this one's shorter and this one's a little further. He's got to kind of take another swing here on this one. Oh, yeah. He had to work for that.
Oh, that's
That
close.
was definitely not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep. So we actually got got a race going on here. Oh yeah, you can look at the
I like
difference
the
here.
technique. The gentleman that's making up the gap. He's going on that matching 1-for-1 and putting his hand on
I
top
think
of the
that
bar.
might be Mike Yurko. This might be Mike Yurko. We're not too sure who, lack of better words, the man with the red hair is.
women crushed
And
me.
then here's Tyler Jordan, as well. So that's a look at your top 5, and then immediately afterwards is Beatrice. But oh yeah, she's got great technique too. I feel like our Montreal athletes tend to be pretty strong at obstacles compared to other regions of Canada.
Yeah.
At least what I've seen for folks who come down. I just recently raced Savage Race in Massachusetts, and there's a few Montreal folks that came in, and they did quite well.
Yeah, I would have liked to have covered that race. That'd be cool. I'm a huge Savage Race fan.
Oh yeah,
Wish we
great,
had time to go
great
through that.
plan.
I'd love to hear about that.
A lot of fun.
Good job.
Who ended up winning
All right,
that Savage Race?
That was Aaron Newell. Actually, he came out of nowhere.
Oh, that's
First
right.
OCR in about 2 or 3 years. Yeah. Yep. So
They did
they're
see that
paying
coming.
now. I mean, that's the difference, right? We're talking about these races here.
Yeah.
They're only paying out for the whole entire series. Oh, we had a fall here out of Stephanie. So she's over to the penalty loop over by that playground area, and this is going to give a chance for Elise to get some separation, which I'm surprised by. Actually, there must have been a passing again at those stairs because Elise was ahead of Stephanie after her fumbling of the Atlas carry. So I'm thinking we might be looking at a situation where Elise is better at obstacles, but Stephanie might be a bit faster. So curious to see how that's going to ultimately shake out, especially once we get to a gauntlet situation. And we've also got a third guest on the show here.
Yeah, we got a third guest. This is Harmony, the OCR dog. She keeps popping up in some of the feeds when we do some of these races. She loves to hop up here. She's rocking the Mohawk today.
Nice.
Celebration.
Curious, we'll get me
celebration of Mohawk. The celebration of the first race in the Canadian National Series.
Love it. All right. So Ethan's got the bucket carry down, and I'm kind of curious. So he put it down at about 12:49, 12:48. I'm curious to see if we can get a sense numerically where he is at versus the second place guy, which I believe at this point is Yurko. Yeah, there he is right now. Let's see. So we're looking at about a 20 to 22 second lead. Doesn't look terribly long.
Yeah, it looks shorter than how it has been in recent times, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like they only have so much real estate for these carries. All right, now we got cargo net, so we're at obstacle 9 of 20, almost halfway through the obstacles already. Again, Ethan about a 20-second lead, but here comes the spear throw. So this is actually, we got like a nice little middle gauntlet here. Bucket carry, vertical or A-frame cargo, spear throw.
Well, check out the spear throw, Tyler. It's the nice, easy, just the haymen. You know what I mean? Like those are very doable. I feel like that spear throw is way easier than the ones we've seen in the U.S. National Series that have just it's wooden around and you have the hole in the middle you have to hit. I think that's worlds of difference in difficulty.
Right? Yeah. No. No circle out of the Canadian series here. So it's very interesting.
I mean,
but we still went way wide left out of Yurko. So now we've got this guy, which if our producer might be able to give us a name on this guy, he might be important, especially if he hits the spear here. All right, so hearing this guy's
William
name is
Leroy.
William. William Leroy with a nice hit right in the eyeball.
Wow. Yeah, right in the middle. This gentleman right here has been fighting the whole time. He's doing fantastic. He's up in the mix.
But he missed there too. But he's not too far behind Yurko from his burpees. But now here comes Tyler Jordan with a chance to sneak into third. And that's a big whoa. You see that guy with the guy with the red hair he just picked up and just gave it a chuck, which is not a bad strategy if you're just trying to get out of there. But yeah, now we got.
Tell you got to move that string on the spear. It's so easy to get caught up, and then the last thing you want to do is 30 burpees there.
Yeah,
she's taking her time to make sure. Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say great work out of this guy, out of William on the right there, the rope climb. But all right, Beatrice gonna line it up here. Ooh, yeah. And that, I mean, I'm sure her injured elbow had something to do with that, which honestly, I'm sure it won't like those burpees either. So, let's see.
Oh, we got the gauntlet, right?
Yeah. Yep. This is going to be our middle gauntlet, and then we're going to get a little more running, and then another bit of a gauntlet after that. So, I mean, at least. So here's third for the women right now. Really taking a slower approach going down the cargo. I'm sorry, so Elise here is in second. It looks like Stephanie's just arrived for the cargo, who again failed the monkey bars, who is starting to catch Elise. So, but she sees Beatrice doing burpees here, so it's she's still in this.
And keep in mind, Mike Yurko had competed the day previous. Not only did he compete, he was second place next to Austin, and not by a whole lot. Yeah,
wow.
Less than a minute.
Austin, that's a good name to be only seconds behind, right? Not everyone can do that for sure.
Well, it begs the question: would he have been even more competitive here, up in the front running, had he saved himself for Sunday, for this sprint?
Sure, absolutely. But we talk about travel again, and if you had to do any bit of traveling, you're gonna see definitely people race twice, especially if they got season passes and all that jazz. You're gonna want to get your value there.
Yeah, sure.
But here we got So here we got all the top 3 women doing burpees right now. Of course, Beatrice is in front. She seems to be going nice and steady. Oh yeah,
Tyler, those are legit, right? You see that feet leaving the ground, hands above
every lady
here
is great. Yep, Beatrice is out. Yeah, we were talking about that Utah miles. We had some.
You and me were rough on people about the.
We were all over people, so we gotta give it the other way. When we see good burpees, we're gonna tell you it's a good burpee. You know.
Credit where credit's due.
Yep. So I'm always just looking for the tats. I think this might be Yurko again on the cargo. You'll see this technique. Oh, he's just gonna go with the flop over technique. He's not gonna do the full flip, which is kind of surprising out of him.
Okay, yeah, he's being a little more conservative. I haven't seen that in a long time. Most people just flip right over, and then you bounce your back up off the cargo. It pushes you forward, and you have this nice momentum that leads you right back into the running. But he decided to go a little more conservative there, which is, hey,
I think
safer.
I think he had a male fail the... It's hard to tell if he was coming down or not. I think he went into the penalty. We had a male just fail the rope climb, I think. Yeah, there he is. He's in the back of your screen there, running in a different direction. So, I do think he actually failed the rope climb. So something you definitely don't see every day in Elite, especially a series race.
Tell you what, after that Utah race, watching people do this now, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Every time they go to jump in, I'm like, no, be careful.
Oh, with the injury from Grayson.
Yeah, Kilgore. Yeah, apparently that water was pretty nasty.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, we haven't seen any U.S. race with a full dunk in a while. So I'm surprised. So Canada's keeping it.
Yep, I believe. I believe that's
Yeah,
Sylvia
so
Gacklesmith there trying to still take first, man. She's really pushing first place. I believe that might
yeah,
be
yeah, and I'm
Beatrice
sure.
in first.
I feel like those burpees were not easy
She
on
made the
the.
spear. She took 2 spots.
Yeah, it was not easy on
She
the
made the
arm for
spear. Took two
Beatrice. You know, you got to
spots.
push yourself up off that ground 30 times.
Oh,
Definitely,
that's
probably
rough.
not her favorite thing to be doing. So let's see. All right. So So now, Miles, you're saying this is Sylvia? I think I was calling her Elise, but I could have been wrong. Sylvia. Oh, no, this is Sylvia because she wasn't fourth into the spear, made her spear, and then that's why she's so close to Beatrice right now. But
Yeah.
she actually passed two ladies by making her spear. So really came down to it, and she's looking like she's moving pretty quick on this crawl too. Staying to the side, staying low, not getting hung up. That's what's important.
Well, I like how they put the barbed wire there. It's pretty spread about. That is not that close, and that's very roll. You can roll that pretty easy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's because remember we've seen a lot of really hellacious ones in the states. These are very long barbed wire crawls of, you know, hills of mud, just the
Uphill, yeah.
mounds of mud, and
Sand
all kinds of
dunes, yeah,
crazy stuff. Right?
yeah.
That
Seriously,
was like
yeah,
a dream barbed wire crawl. That was.
absolutely. All right.
Here's the
Well,
technique we were
yeah,
mentioning. Boom,
yeah.
bounces
I'm
off
actually
right
I'm
back into
impressed.
the run.
Yeah, I'm impressed it came out of Beatrice actually as well. Given the arm injury. Also, be good to mention too if you're thinking about doing one of these races. Use the code OCR Report 20 for 20% off your race. Look at that. We got a lot of. We'll talk about it. A lot of Canadian races, a lot of U.S. races left on the calendar for 2025. They just announced 2026 Year of the Wolf, so we're chugging right along.
Yep.
So
Support
here we got.
the OCR report. Make sure you like and subscribe on this video. Comment that helps the algorithm. Whether you like the commentary, you like the race, or you think my face looks funny, all that's good. I'll take it all. Comment down below. keep
Like I said, one of
supporting
the one
so
of
we
the
can.
one of the best to do it. Matt B. Davis gave me some pointers, and that's why I moved my situation so you don't see a giant light behind me now. I'm open to feedback. Good and bad. I definitely want to continue to improve because just as Miles, we love the sport. We wouldn't be
Yeah,
doing this if we
absolutely.
didn't love the sport.
Yeah, you and me are
So,
commentators. We're not audiovisual people. We're down for those tips
yep,
and
absolutely.
criticisms.
Yep. So
These two
I'm
almost look
curious
like
here to
they're
see.
together, right?
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm curious to see if Elise is going to kind of pace off this guy a little bit, kind of help use him to help her out a little. I would do it if I was her. But let's see what's gonna
Yeah, look
happen
at
here
those
on this
race
go. Yeah,
conditions.
she's
Look at
also
57 degrees. That is wonderful out. These are ideal race
yeah,
conditions on a very ideal track.
especially in August. Right, we can easily
Oh yeah,
see 80s, this time of year. All right, so we've got Elise there running for her life in third. Put a good amount of distance on that other guy that she got to the cargo with.
yeah. Is that guy okay? You think he'd be? Where is he?
I think he
I
might be
don't
doing
know
the
what happened
penalty.
to him.
So he might. I
Yeah,
think he
he might
also
be
failed the
doing.
rope climb. So I think he might have got hurt,
Okay.
if I'm being honest. But
He might have a thing with
hopefully
heights too. I mean, hey, you and me forget we've done these races for so long. We forget what it's like that there's people that have legitimate fears with heights. That very well could
yeah,
be. I've seen people freeze on top of the A-frame cargo net. Wow, he
for
was
sure.
flying there.
Yeah, the rabbit there tried to get out of the way. That was
Yeah.
Ethan again in first. So we believe again that Mike Yurko is sitting in second. We'll have to see if we can find him. See kind of what the gap is and if there's much hope for him. Here we go. We're getting so this is up to the Z wall, and because Yurko missed his spear, it's actually William Leroy we're waiting on after Ethan, which is right here. He's about 41 seconds behind, and then Tyler Jordan, my man who shares the same name as me with chest tattoos. He's about a minute behind William. So definitely pretty spread out at this point in the race. We're probably about 3/4 of the way there.
Yeah, I remember last year the race was actually very short. I think the guys finished in around what 25, 27, something like that. Very short. This specific course.
Yeah, no, this is one of the quicker courses in the whole series, in the whole Spartan offerings, let alone the
Good job,
series.
dude.
And here's
Good.
Tyler Jordan in third. All right, let's see what Ethan can do here. This race is pretty much in the bag, I feel, unless he fails this, which he's definitely fighting for it. Just like he was in the monkey bars.
Yeah, he's fighting for it. Okay, I think he has
Yep,
it.
there you go.
There
He's
he
got it.
goes. Yep, there's your
Yeah,
first place male.
yeah. I mean,
Yep,
clearly in great
Ethan
shape,
Faust.
but definitely on the
Yeah,
smaller side and maybe doesn't have as much obstacle experience. So, I mean, he's definitely, like I mentioned, smaller side. Let's see what he does on the Herkoist. See if there's any
you're
problems.
right. Looks like a
Especially,
young man, right?
yeah, especially if
Hold
it
down,
was
hold down.
wet. He's got to stand all the way on top, and he's putting his
He
whole
got both
body
legs
into
up
that.
there.
Yeah, he's really,
If he
but
was any lighter, that would be way more difficult. Those can get pretty heavy, especially if it rained the night before and the water gets in the sandbag.
absolutely.
There you go. He's got it. Now he's got to slowly control it and lower it down in a controlled manner. If you just let that rope go, they'll say you failed it and send you on your way to the penalty loop.
Yep. All right, he's
All right.
clear. And then here's William on the rig. So he knows he won. You can tell. That was kind of a cool
Yeah.
little slide roll he did under there. He's feeling good. Now he's got
Yep.
Stairway to
I believe
Sparta.
this is the last. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, he slipped here.
Oh
I feel
no.
like we haven't seen this in a sprint like ever. So this is kind of exciting
I,
at the
yeah,
very
I've
end.
certainly never seen it at the end.
Oh
Oh
man. Oh, he's
no.
gonna look at the penalty.
Oh no. He's gonna do the
Uh,
penalty loop.
huh.
Okay, I didn't see that
But he's
coming at all.
flying through that loop though. It's a pretty long loop too, which is actually nice. I mean, I feel like a lot of times they don't always have a long loop.
Actually, no. Because
So this might be a race,
uh,
much more than we
this
expected.
guy knew he was under.
Miss Beatrice having some
That's
fun.
awesome. She's got enough enough energy to
Uh,
give you the heart symbol. What a great attitude.
all right, so I'm kind of more so. My eyes are more so glued on the far left side of your screen, cam 2 and cam 3. Oh man, this might be a pass here. Let's. Oh, wow, this is close. He's not gonna get over in time. Wow, look at this on your screen. Wow. Oh my goodness.
Wow, that was
If he
close.
tried,
He almost
if
passed him for
Ethan
first
tried
place.
again, if Ethan tried again, William would have got him. I think Ethan made the right call going to the penalty loop. This is where I kind of wish
Yeah,
we had burpees for everything, because if that was 30 burpees,
yeah,
I don't think Ethan's taking that win. I think it's going to William.
yeah. We definitely would have
But
saw a change.
you can only play the game that's in front of you, and Ethan made the smart tactical move and took that loop, and it still almost cost him. So the RD did a nice job with making that long enough, because I've seen before, especially when Stairway to Sparta's in the middle of the woods, I've seen it be laughably short. Like I've seen competitors not even make an attempt and just go into the penalty loop because it's that
Yeah,
laughably
touch
short.
it and move on.
So,
There's Tyler Jordan
absolutely.
finishing up the
Yep.
finishing up
So
the Herkoist
which
there.
is yeah. What's exciting though is depending on people's skill level here. Now, especially the women's race, right? I mean, the women do tend to struggle a little bit more on Stairway to Sparta, right? Given height and strength and all that. So I'm curious to see if we'll get anyone stuck.
I tell you what, that was interesting there. I think Tyler Jordan kind of dropped that bag a little high on the way down. That may, I
It wasn't
think certain
egregious.
judges called him out on that.
Yeah, it wasn't egregious though. I'd say I think that has to be real egregious. Like he
Yeah.
definitely was controlling, he was moving fast. So, but
Yeah, he's a
Tyler
strong
Jordan,
guy.
no problem with the Stairway. So he's got third locked up. Mike Yurko just couldn't make up that spear miss.
Yeah, nice. There's your third place
So
male.
this again
Tyler
is a
Jordan.
third place guy across. Yep. So we got Ethan Popst, William Leroy, and Tyler Jordan. Your 1, 2, 3. Beatrice Moinchen is going to be almost certainly your lead woman, unless she probably has to fail 2 things. But again, with that injured arm, I'm looking at rig and stairway as potential failures here. So not
The
sure
hoist might
if
be really hard.
yeah, and the hoist. So Sylvia, Elise, or Stephanie could be close enough. We'll have to see if we can hopefully get eyes on them at some point to really determine if it's a race we got on our hands or not. But yeah, here we go. So this is again at the Z
What an
wall, so a
interesting
little bit
course.
before. Yeah, the Z wall a little bit before where we're at currently in the race. You'll see the 25 minute mark. But you got Sylvia about a minute back, Elise about a minute behind her. But then Stephanie looking for that third spot, only about 20 seconds behind Elise. So I still think anybody in this top four still could potentially, could definitely, potentially podium or even win, depending on obstacle failures.
She looks like she's slowing down just a little bit there compared to her previous running
Oh
form.
yeah, she's probably feeling it from those burpees for sure, no doubt. All right, let's see how she does with this
Yeah, what a
arm.
beast though. She's barreling through it.
Yeah, the arm must be okay because she's hanging by one arm, by just that injured arm. So yeah, that's a big pass that pass on.
Yeah, she's got an open wound there, so it's gonna make it harder.
Mm.
Way to
All
go.
right, we'll
And
see how
this
she
is
does
where
on
I'm
this
concerned
here.
with them for her. Yeah, there you go. She's gonna use her body weight. If you could just get your arms up as high as you possibly can on the rope and lean back and let your body weight do it. Fortunately, she weighs enough to where she can use her body weight to lean back. Sometimes in those
Yep.
bags, I'm not the
Good job,
biggest
Jack.
guy.
I'll wait for
I
that.
have to use my arms. Can't just use the weight.
Oh, yeah. I got to almost jump and roll back, especially if your grip is sapped too at this point in the race. You can definitely feel some troubles. All right, so now I'm curious to see if Elise gets, sorry, if Beatrice gets this on the first try, the Stairway to Sparta, and if not, how many tries she takes on it, and then how long this penalty loop takes her because she was definitely running fatigued.
Yeah,
Oh,
if
right
you're
up,
new to the
yeah.
sport, you can see where there's a little board there that the ladies are allowed to use. The men are not allowed to use that. But some of the ladies are shorter, and that's quite the jump to get to those first rock holds. So that she made quick work of that. It ended up not being an issue for her.
Yeah, yep. So
Here's your first
no
place
problems with the
female.
last few obstacles. Yep. So Beatrice Moinchin, first place female, and potentially fourth or fifth overall as well. So pretty solid. Yeah, pretty solid. All right. So Sylvia making her way through the rig, no problem here. It looks like we've got. Oh no, sorry, that was Elise through the rig. And then she's joining Sylvia at the Herc hoist, who's a full obstacle ahead almost to the nose. So it's going to come down to her ability to finish the Stairway to Sparta. She has to finish this obstacle. There's no way she can make the penalty loop in time to hold down second. But yeah, that red lip makes it a good bit easier, especially for the shorter women who can't jump to that first set. So they're using that. Yep. These are
Yeah,
nice.
and not to
Good
mention, you
technique.
can't quite tell in this video, but that material, that board, is not wood. It's I don't know how to describe the material, but it can be kind of slippery, especially if it's wet out. You know what I mean? As it normally is
Oh
at
yeah,
the dew point first thing.
Yeah, that too.
for sure.
You just
Yeah, I
can't
was
quite
hoping to
tell
see
that on the
some
video.
more. Yeah, I was certainly hoping to see a little more excitement on this here, but still definitely on the final obstacle, but still definitely a good race. Definitely had some intrigue up to the end. All right, here goes Elise. Yep, looks like she's gonna have no problem. That's gonna wrap up our top three in this race. Yeah, she's thrilled as she should be. So good race out of Elise. And then here goes Stephanie.
Yep, and there you go. We got your We got your top 3
Uh-oh.
men and I guess someone
Oh,
fell off. She's
wow.
gonna take the penalty loop. Okay, fair enough.
I'm surprised she bailed so quickly because she got up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
she looks really strong too, right? Like she looks like she's got the
yeah,
OCR chops to get up and over that.
her,
Maybe
I
her
was just
grip
about to
was
say,
worn out or super slippery.
yeah. I was just about to say, it looks like she's been to a climbing gym a couple times based on the way she threw up that foot real quick on that third row over there.
Yeah,
Um, but
yeah.
uh, but yeah, just gonna play it safe and not worry about wasting energy and just try to secure that fourth place finish as fast as she possibly can.
So your top 3 men could be Ethan Paus, William Leroy, and Tyler Jordan. Well, your top 3 elite
Yep.
females for the first race in the Canadian National Series could be Beatrice Moyen, Sylvia Gacklesmith, and Elise Ouet. I hope I'm pronouncing Ouet correctly. I think it's Ouet.
Stop recording from here.
I'll give it to you. All right, so Stephanie here finishing up her penalty loop over the fire, fourth place. So hey, still didn't make the podium this time, but she's still very much in it. Of course, really the field is small enough. Any finisher is still in it, right? You never know how many races everyone's doing, so you just gotta keep showing up if you wanna take your shot.
Yeah, I think our plan worked
out. She wasn't terribly far away. That's a respectable finish. Yeah, so we don't have any replays. We do have some interviews to show you here in a little while.
All right, what's guys' names?
Yep. So once we see Jason or one of his staff members on site pull an athlete over, it looks like they're going to take a group picture with the top 3 men and women first. And then we'll see who we're gonna hear from. So. All kinds of different photo ops here out of these guys.
I'll have some photos for the gram.
Yep. Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, cool way to start out the first race in the Canadian National Series.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll be able to hear more about the race's intentions. So I love hearing interviews.
You guys mind if I get some interviews? Who got first?
There we go. All right. So.
Okay. There you go.
Here we go.
All right. Tell me your name and where you're from.
William Leroy. I'm from Montreal, Blanc, Quebec.
William? Was
Leroy.
It? Leroy.
Yeah, William.
William Leroy.
Yeah, exactly.
From Montreal.
Montreal Blanc.
Montreal Blanc.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's my first time elite this year. First podium elite ever.
Oh, fantastic.
So, yeah, I was very happy. I raced age group today. I wasn't sure to race today, but I think I gave it a shot. I had my target, Ethan. I knew if I could see him the whole race, I could be on the podium. And yeah, it all comes to the spare throw. I got it. He got it. A couple of guys didn't have it, so it was a fast course, very fun.
Very fast.
Wet obstacles that advantaged me, I think. So yeah, it was very, very nice.
What place did you get?
Second.
Second? Oh,
Yeah.
man, that's awesome.
That's cool.
Are you going to be doing any of the other series races?
Yeah, I think because I did put him here, I'll do Calabugi and Blue Mountain for sure.
Did you said you normally race age group. You raced age group yesterday. Did you do the age group series too?
Yeah.
In Montreal Blanc?
Yeah, I did second in Montreal Blanc, first yesterday. But I wanted to try elite, so I wanted to give a shot, know what I can do with elites. And right now I know what I can do, so I'll just go continue with the elite series.
So you got a chance on being on in both series.
Yeah, I got a chance to.
That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, cool.
Awesome. So we'll see you at next race.
Calabugi is the next race.
Yeah, y'all call it Calabogie.
It's
on the west.
Ottawa.
Ottawa, right,
Yeah.
right. All right, fantastic. Nice to meet you, man.
Thank you very
Congrats.
much. Thanks.
Well done, bro.
Thanks.
Calabugi is gonna be a fun name to say.
All right, who's up?
Calabugi.
Yeah, I got to learn why they call it that.
Yeah, right. Here's our winner, Ethan.
All right, your name and where you from?
My name is Ethan Pops. I'm from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
Casatua?
Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
Saskatoon. Man, that's a good one. Where's that at?
That's one province over, and Saskatoon. Yeah.
West or east?
East.
East. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And you got first today?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Congratulations. Here you got first yesterday in your age group as well?
Age group, yeah.
In the overall age group.
Overall age group. Yeah. Fastest time.
Is this your, you plan on racing the rest of the series?
I am. Yes. Yeah. I'm trying to do both age group and Elite National Series, both of them. See how I do in both. But yeah.
Is this your first time racing the Elite Series?
Yeah. This year I decided to bump up to the Elite, so yeah, first time in the Elite Series.
Heck yeah. How you feeling about it?
I'm pretty good. Yeah. Happy with how I'm doing. Happy with.
Things are looking good so far.
Oh yeah. No.
Any issues on the course today?
No, not really. Body was so taxed, so I missed Sarah to Sparta, which was kind of embarrassing. But we powered through the penalty loop and got it done. So
I heard it was a close finish there at the end.
it was a close finish. Yeah, he was coming over, and it was a good race.
And is your dad rabbiting with us today?
Oh yeah. He was rabbiting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. I can't wait to see you at the rest of the races.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Congrats. Thanks again.
Family affair. I guess his dad was a rabbit, so
or just hold it.
props.
Either way. Can I get your name and where you from?
Tyler Jordan from Burlington, Ontario.
Tyler Jordan from Ontario.
Yeah.
Awesome. Fantastic. You look like you're pretty used to these races. Is this something, the last two guys says it's their first time doing the Elite Series. Have you done it before?
The Elite Series, I did one in Montreal this year. It's my first year doing the Elite category.
Okay.
I did a couple of age groups a couple years ago, but worked on a little bit of fitness stuff and decided to do the Elite class, and it's going pretty well so far. So
fantastic. You got third today?
Yes, I did. I got third today. I got sixth overall yesterday in the 10K, and then today we sent it fully. So gave it all we had today and tried to get a third today.
Were you in third the whole way, or did you make some spots up?
I was sitting around fifth, coming around to the spear throw, and then the spear throw, I told myself, if I don't make this is the race, and then I ended up making it, and then I paced myself correctly to try to get ahead of where I needed to be, and then hold the gap and come home strong. So
that's fantastic. Will we see you at the rest of the series races?
Yeah, I'm gonna be booking my ticket to Ottawa, so I'm gonna go home tonight, get all that sorted and stuff like that, and I'll be in Ottawa for the 5K. I'll probably do the 10K there as well, and off to Blue Mountain, and hopefully get this championship wrapped up.
Heck yeah, very cool. Yeah. Awesome, man. Congrats.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well done, bro. Yeah. Where'd he go?
All three guys committing to the whole series, so that's a thing, right? Kind of something we were lacking before.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's different than what we saw in the U.S. National Series.
Mind if I get an interview with you?
Sure. I didn't know there were interviews.
Can I get your name? Where you're from?
I'm Sylvia Gackley-Smith from Calgary, Alberta.
That name sounds very familiar, and your face is familiar. Now I'm putting the two together. Congratulations on second place. That course you were in fourth, it looked like, going into the spear throw. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I was not feeling the running legs today, so I was quite a ways back, and then I nailed the spear, and it changed everything.
Beatrice just got out of the spear when you were coming out of her burpees.
Yeah. When
you were coming into it, and I think you had her kind of in your sights the whole way after that. Did you think you had any push to catch her?
No. She was fast. She was hard to catch. But I'm really happy with second. It was fun. It was a really good course.
Yeah. How was watching? Like, did you feel like you had to watch over your shoulder after the spear, or you felt pretty comfortable?
I was just kind of running my own race. I felt pretty good. I was had that happy place of, find your red line and then just hang out there for a while.
Awesome. Fantastic. Are you going to plan on doing the rest of the series?
No, this is my race. Yeah.
Just the one?
Yeah.
Any other races this year?
I'm going to do an ultra at the end of the season, and we did Montana too, which was really fun.
Heck yeah. Which ultra are you going to do?
The Grizzly. It's outside of Canmore.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, congrats. Thanks again.
Thanks very much.
Well done.
Ultra runner just stopped by for a quick 5K and still on the podium. So won't be seeing Sylvia, unfortunately.
Your name and where are you from?
I'm Stephanie. I'm from Edmonton.
Where's Edmonton?
Just north of here, about an hour and a half.
Oh, fantastic.
He has a wonderful smile.
All right.
What an
infectious
smile.
You had kind of a rough race there. Tell me about it.
Not my best race. I missed my spear. Well, I hit it, but it bounced out, so that was frustrating. So the 30 burpees were pretty energy zapping, and this is like my second race weekend in a row, so I'm starting to feel it. I feel it today. Yeah.
Yeah, going into that spear, Beatrice and second place were
Sylvia,
still in. Yeah, they're still in there doing their burpees, and you had a chance. It's so close. Oh man,
I know. If only
that was
I
rough.
hit it. It's hard to come back in a sprint if you miss your spear.
You seem like you stayed pretty tight on third place after that. Once y'all got out of the burpees, how'd you feel the rest of the race through?
Not great. Not great. I'll be honest. I was not feeling 100% today, but that's okay. Those races happen.
And then you got to the stairway to Sparta, slipped on it,
Yeah,
and
that hurt.
nobody was behind you, took the penalty, and you were home free from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you going to be doing any other series races?
No, this is probably it.
Just
I
the one?
got some ultras coming up that are kind of the focus right now.
Okay.
So
Shoot, I'm forgetting her name. The girl I just talked to said she was doing the Grizzly Ultra. Are you doing that one too?
I'm doing it with a team with
Oh,
friends
cool.
from work, not the full thing. I got too many other ultras on the go, so I
Right
went
on.
for the team one in that one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, tough race today, but way to push it out there.
Happens.
Thanks for talking to us.
Thanks.
Well done. Appreciate it.
Another ultra runner. A top
get your
finisher
name, where
in
you
the
from?
5K.
Elise Hewitt from Peterborough, Ontario.
Elise, you had a pretty good race today. There were a couple of hiccups out there. Tell me how it felt.
It was a lot of fun. I got the monkey bars today, which was an improvement from yesterday, but that spear throw. One of these days I'll get it because those 30 burpees are a killer, but it's lots of fun. It's fun doing a flat course for a change and getting to actually run with some speed.
Yeah, you actually had a really good fight with the girl that was in third at the time. You and her back second, third. Out of the spear throw, fourth place came and passed y'all up, and you were chasing her down after that. How'd that feel?
Yeah, it was good. It's frustrating when you can see them and there's just not enough run left to get them. I needed another 500 meters, and I could have done it, but it's fun. It's nice being with all these speedy girls out here.
Are there longer distances? Usually you're more your stuff?
I honestly think mostly because then I can make up for my 30 burpees. It's hard when it's short to do that, but I don't know. I like the variety. It's fun to have the variety in there in the season.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, the series is only all sprints.
I know. I got to work on it so that.
Will we see you at the rest of the series races?
Yeah, I should be there.
All right, fantastic. Congrats on
we got a commitment.
second place? Third place.
Yes.
Third. Yes, that's right. All right. Congrats. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Thanks for talking to us.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah. What another wonderful smile. She had a big, wonderful smile. That was looked like she really enjoyed it. You could tell the genuine passion in their face. Some people just have a smile that really kind of projects and fills the room, right?
Yeah, I'd love to see it. And I think especially on the ladies' side, it seems like a lot of folks there, or even on the guys' side too, doing age group, a lot of people weren't expecting to get an elite podium, much less in a series race. So they're probably over the moon with their performance for sure.
I like the difference between the men and women there. Do you notice how the men were like, "Yeah, I'm sticking with the series. I'm gonna see the rest of the series out," and I don't think any of the women are like, "Nah, this is my race. I'm gonna do something else. I got other races planned."
Yeah, I actually noticed that a lot of the guys they were from. I know Tyler Jordan from Ontario. I'm not exactly remembering them all. I think Ethan from Saskatchewan. I think that all plane flight. Like you mentioned, Tyler Jordan on the interview saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna go home and book my ticket to Ottawa." So he's committed. He's he's flying around. I think the other ladies seems like they were living a little closer. I think the girl from Edmonton, Stephanie, said she was an hour and a half away. So I think it was more of a local race for those ones. So we'll be curious to see how that leaderboard shakes up, in 2 weeks. Should we do the final results here?
Oh, okay. Oh, we received a correction. I was wrong. I misspoke. We received word down in the comments that in Stairway to Sparta that even the men can use the red step-up board there on the side. So that's apparently new this year. New news to me, so I stand corrected. But
because I know they have a couple of they have a couple adjustments, female to male, as far as obstacles go. I know even including the rig, you'll see all the ladies go up those steps around on the edge of the rig. I believe it was supposed to be only for women, but then you can use it as long as there's not another lady in your way. But with these smaller fields, you're probably not going to get a full rig or a full stairway anytime soon. So all right. So now noted they can use that step. But either way, it was cool to see the cool to see that obstacle at the end, because I feel like I only see it at Beast and Supers. If only Ethan knew that rule, right? So hopefully, if Ethan, if you're watching this, I guess in Ottawa in 2 weeks, you can use that step if you need it.
Yeah, I guarantee that young man goes to a ninja gym or a rock climbing gym, and he never fails that ever again. He'll definitely, and
Right?
what's kind of nice
Absolutely.
about that obstacle is it's very practicable. Like there's lots of rock climbing gyms. There's not many ninja gyms or OCR gyms, or they tend to be harder to find. But there's lots of rock climbing or bouldering gyms you can go and practice. It's also great to do if in your training you have like a non-impact cardio day, a day that you need to stop running and beating up your knees and but you still want to get that training in. Go to a rock climbing gym. It's great to work on your grip. And if you're going to be an OCR athlete, grip is a big deal for what we do.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, on to the results. So, um, see, looks like we're gonna do the men first. So yeah, like I mentioned, Ethan with one more attempt, or without using that red step, almost lost, but he took first in 27:18. William Leroy 27:23. Tyler Jordan 29:05. Mike Yurko not far behind 30:15. Then we had Alfred Young. I think he was in the red shorts there in the mix for a while. Mike McDonald in sixth. Nicholas Campo in seventh, Daniel Mitchell in eighth, Ryan Godfrey 9, and Travis Na in 10th. And then Miles, if you want to run down the ladies once we get that graphic on the screen.
You notice I was managing to get the finger in there and kind of go down the list here. That made me
Appreciate the
giggle.
visual.
I don't know if anyone noticed that. It's an Easter egg. So here's our top elite females. Beatrice Moyen taking the win at a very respectable 32 minutes and 15 seconds, followed by Sylvia Gackle Smith, and then Elise Huet. I believe we pronounced it right. I was proud of that. And then Stephanie Masur, and then Kylie Brass and Nicole Bowman, and then Lily Gentile. So once again, not
Yeah, that,
a big group of ladies, but an awesome group of ladies, amazing athletes in their own right. What a way to start off the series. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the rest of the series goes, especially being only 3 races. You need the best 2 of the 3 to win. Kind of like it. I don't remember last time we had a national series where you could win it in 14 days. Like you mentioned
right.
earlier at the
Yeah.
beginning of the podcast. That's actually really cool, man. That's very doable. You could focus your training and your periodization to ramp up for those 14 days. I think that's very doable from a training perspective.
Yeah, a quick turnaround on pay because Spartan isn't really paying that much this year. This is one of the
Yeah.
rare ways you can make some money doing Spartan. Which I've heard some good news on the social front that looks like they are starting to pay up some athletes. So hopefully they get that squared away soon. But yeah, should we talk about the schedule next? Because I know we've got got a big schedule ahead in the fall.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to commentating the rest of the races with you, and
Yeah, I think we've got
hopefully we'll get
Ottawa is
even
our
better
next
coverage.
race. Um, Yeah, Ottawa's our next race, and then after that, I believe we've got the West Virginia Trifecta Championships. Typically in Greece for the first time over here in the United States. I'm going to be there racing in the age group category, and then also talking up some of the races after they happen. So looking forward to having that in person perspective because I've actually been on the course, racing as hard as I can. Looking forward to being able to chat about it. We've also got the Pan Am. Beast in Seattle. That might be a collection of the folks here from Canada and from the United States that we've talked about. Then I believe we've got after that we've got another Canadian series, and that should about do it. There might be 1 or 2 others I'm missing, but looking forward to a busy fall.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the trifecta coverage. That course is infamous for having a decent swim. It's on. I did
Yes.
it last year, and it's an absolutely beautiful course on what is the headquarters for the Boy Scouts of America, and it's just a
Mm-hmm.
massive compound. And I love that we throw that verbiage around of West Virginia hills. Man, I'm from Texas. Those are mountains to me. those are those are a lot larger than hills in my book. It is a decent
Yes.
course. It is really challenging.
Yeah. Definitely
Also,
challenging for
you
sure.
do any of us know why they call this something other than Ottawa? Can I need
Well,
someone, the Canadians, to correct me in why they were
Yeah.
calling it that crazy word I've never heard of, but I want to learn. So
Well,
educate us Americans.
Ottawa. Yeah. Well, I think it might be. I think that might be the name of the venue, possibly. I could be wrong,
Oh, okay.
but that might be the name of the venue. So, but either way, it's kind of fun, Calaboogie. So,
Yeah,
I'm
fun
sure we're
word.
gonna have a blast with that. And that's our next race. So, but yeah, you got anything else, Miles, or a producer in the back there, Jason?
Nope,
Cool.
I'm good.
All right.
It
Yeah.
was a
Well.
great time commentating
Yeah.
with you. Thanks for tuning in,
Yeah.
guys. Make sure, once again, like and subscribe, comment, join in. We got a
Subscribe to
Patreon going on. Help support the
use our
sport and the
code.
coverage.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. Until next time. I'm Tyler Mosession with Miles Keller. We will see you in Ottawa. Calaboogie.